Hey guys, what is going on? Hello, everybody. Nick from Millburn, joined by Christina from Millburn, doing a little producing here. We're going to get Bill Hathaway and the great one and only Paul Justafan on in a few minutes. But, guys, going into this game, and I love Paul Justafan, but you would have thought we were playing Kansas or Bill Walton's UCLA team. I mean, all I heard about was Central flipping Connecticut State, how they beat Rutgers and they're the real deal and watch out for them. And Ken Palm, who's the Bible in my eyes, had us winning by 16. And guess what? We won by 15. So, it was a good game, but we dominated from start to finish. And it was a total team effort, okay? A total team effort. And it started with our point guard, Bud Clark, who transferred over from Merrimack. And I got to say this, Mr. Clark was a score-first guard at Merrimack, and he had his first double-double, 10 points, 12 assists with Seton Hall, and he was just money. And part of the reason he had 12 assists, guys, is because we were hitting our shots. And we were – they are not a good three-point shooting team at Central Connecticut. They're an inside presence team, but we hit our threes, okay? And I think Simpkins hit threes, and off the bench, he's just a force to come in. A.J. Stant-McCray in the first half, and let's face it, he's our breakout star. He's a breakout scoring star. Didn't play much, 12 points in the first half. Didn't play much in the second half. I hope he's not banged up. But when that happens, and the way, first of all, Shaw did not forget how to coach, okay? So all I was hearing last year is we're awful, we're never going to be relevant again. And by the way, we are relevant. We got votes in the polls. And, Shaw's this, Shaw that. And Shaw did a tremendous job in this offseason putting this team together, okay? He did a great job putting the team together, and now he's doing a great job coaching the team. And I thought, today he put Trey Parker in the 2 with Bud Clark, and I thought that just clicked. And I thought Josh Rivera played his best game as a Pirate, both defensively and offensively. And I thought Jacob Dar, Paul's favorite player, Jacob Dar hit some threes. He got a good quality minutes at the 4 playing for Fisher. And, I think we were clicking on all cylinders tonight. I thought Payne played well. Hines, came on at the end. And, a solid team effort. But again, Central Connecticut State, while they're a good team, and, I know they beat Rutgers, and we're going to go down to Rutgers, but they're not Kansas. They're not Kentucky. They're Central Connecticut State. And we beat them. And we beat them by what we should beat them. And we got votes in the polls this week. And, people were saying we weren't relevant anymore. And guess what? For a long time, we were relevant. And we hit a slump last year. And it happens. And cautiously, fingers crossed, we're back. I don't know what level we're back. But last year, we had 7 wins the whole entire year. And this year, we had 8 wins. And we just got a message from James Kelly, a.k.a. Jim from Nutley. And Jim, I heard your call on Hall Line. You're one of the all-time best callers on Hall Line. And if you could get the link and come on, it would be my pleasure to talk to you. And Christina would love to get you on because you're one of her all-time favorite callers too. So we'd love for you to come on. And he said, great ball movement, yes. And Bud was tremendous distributing the ball. And yes, he was, Mr. Kelly. Christina, who do we have in the green room?
We have Bill, we have Paul, and then we have a T who I'm not sure who that is. So identify yourself, and we'll get you on.
Let's bring Bill in first.
Okay.
And Paul, we got you, Paul. You're the rock star. We'll get you on, but let's get Bill on first.
Okay.
Bill was at the game tonight. Mr. Hathaway. What? Mr. Hathaway, you unmute yourself. Bill. You're killing me. Bill, unmute yourself. Christina, where are you?
I'm here.
What Bill's got
Just
on
wanted to
mute?
get myself a drink. Let's see if I can unmute him. I don't know. Oh, it says no devices available. You want us to go to Paul while Bill figures out his tech?
Go to AT.
You know who that is?
Let's find out.
Okay.
We're
All right,
rolling
Bill,
the
we're going to put
dice.
you in the green room. Let's see who T is.
T, you're on. What do you got?
Oh, and they're off.
T wasn't on. Wow.
You got Paul in the green room.
We're
or we
having
can wait for Bill.
WSOU phone troubles tonight. They were having technical difficulties. Poor Mr. Abbott. I thought he drove off the road. Anyway, third time's a charm. Paul. Let's get Paul on. Paul, how are you?
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Oh, thank God. We can hear you perfectly.
There we go.
There you go. Thank you. So, Paul, what did you – first of all, and I'm not busting you because you know it's like a kiss of death when I say this, but I really mean it. They were good, but you made them sound like they were flipping Kentucky.
Well, I just have this to say in my own defense, Nick. I was concerned about a hangover from Maui.
Right.
I was concerned about the inside presence of Frazier. And I was concerned that we would simply have a bad game because we were tired.
Right.
So I listened to Tariq Turner. Someone else was concerned about those three things.
Right.
It happens to be Coach Shaheem Holloway. So I'm in good company being overly cautious about it.
Yeah, but true or false, Shaw got them ready to play.
Oh, there's no doubt. And
right.
I'm going to also say something that I don't think you're going to agree with. I don't think we played particularly well tonight.
What?
Yes, we played very well in spots, and then we would lose focus, and CCSU would have a run, and then we played well again. And I don't think there's anything better than going out having a ho-hum, boring, double-digit 16-point win against a team that's won 20 games 2 seasons in a row. And I'm gratified by the fact that they were a little bit sluggish and they lost their focus a little bit, and they still won by 16. Because it does mean when everything clicks, they're going to be a very, very tough team.
Were we watching the same game tonight? Because I thought our ball movement was tremendous tonight.
The ball movement was tremendous. The zones, we struggled against the zone. When they zoned us, we had a couple of possessions where we really didn't know what to do. And that was a little bit troublesome because we looked very good against the zone earlier in the year. But there's far less to complain about than there is to praise this team tonight. That much is for sure.
Did they say any? You watched the game on ESPN, right?
Yeah, on Plus.
Did they say anything about why AJ didn't play in the second half?
No, they didn't. Basically, to tell you the truth, because we have so many good guys, they were focusing really on who was on the floor, and they talked a lot about Rivera playing well. They talked about Dar playing well. They were, over the top with Bud Clark's play tonight, and did make the same point that you've made a couple of times, that Clark is going to be much more effective as a 10-point 10 assist kind of guy than he was at Merrimack, where he had to do everything.
Do you think with Clark and you just touched on it a little bit? Do you think he's coming into his own now and adjusting? And the other thing is, Paul, he didn't get into foul trouble. No,
that was very important. I think that he's getting more comfortable with his role. There were, it's a shame that Eli's not on here because I'm going to ask him how he feels about us hitting 10 threes. But I think that there were a couple of times where he came down the floor and he set up players for threes, fantastic. I know that he threw a corner pass. I think it was to Parker, who hit a three. He threw a couple of balls. He got McCray going in the first half by hitting him so that he could shoot in stride. the 3-point shooting tonight, I think a lot of the credit goes to Clark simply for the way he got guys open looks away from the defense, and they could just step into their threes.
No, that's a good point. I think his court vision, his awareness of where everyone else, and his distribution skills were like top notch tonight. I really do. I think he was like playing at an almost elite level.
And the other thing that I saw tonight, and it's interesting because Tariq Turner made the point, and believe it or not, my cousin made the point in the Fairfield game, although he was making it as a knock on Fairfield. They'll put the press on, and the other team breaks the press, and they come into the forecourt, and they are so discombobulated by having broken the press that they throw the ball away, or they leave it on the ground and we pick it up and go down the floor. And I am very impressed with how many turnovers we get after the press. And when our opponent brings the ball into forecourt, everybody's in the wrong position, and they throw the ball away or they make a bad pass in the half court game, and boom, we're off running down the floor in the other direction.
Well, what I noticed about the press I've watched almost every game. I missed one game when we was Atlantic City, but they are now able to press without giving as many open threes, and they've been able to press without committing silly reaching fouls. And I think with going 9 deep and now Rivera, I think that made it 10 deep. They're wearing the other teams out. I'm seeing the other teams getting fatigued in the second half. And I think this is exactly where Shaheen wants us to be. What do you think about that, Paul, before we get on to Mr. Hathaway?
I think you're exactly right. I'm looking at the minutes played. Clark played 31, and Williams played 27, but nobody else had more than 22 minutes. So it was funny. I was thinking, they really can't clear the bench at the end of the game because those guys have been playing all afternoon.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm going like, where's AJ? And he must be dinged up or something because he didn't come in at all at the end. I mean, the WSOU kids were saying, whatever, that he had an off night and they didn't understand the second half. But I think he just got a little dinged. Hopefully someone will be able to tell us that, or someone's listening at the press conference.
Well,
Stack Monster's shaking his head yes.
Stack says he knows. So
Stack knows. All right, let's get Stack on.
Transition over to him before he falls asleep.
Yeah, let's get the Stack Monster on.
All right, Paul, gonna put you in the green room.
No, get Paul. Keep Paul on.
Keep Paul. Sorry, Paul. I don't know.
Let's get Paul on. Okay, Stack Monster, you got breaking news, I hear.
Well, I don't know if it's breaking, but I always listen to Gary Cohen's post-game interview with Shah when I'm leaving. And Shah basically said the guys were exhausted, the legs were shot, and AJ had been sick the last couple of days. I think he might have mentioned he missed a practice or two. So he just wanted to give those guys a rest. Williams didn't play as much in the second half, especially down the stretch as well. And let's face it, the 3-guard combo of Simpkins, Parker, and Bud Clark, I mean, that's when we pushed it out to, 16, 19-point lead. They were tearing it up defensively late in the game. And Parker hit a couple threes. He hadn't been hitting threes consistently during the season so far. But mostly it was just he wanted to give those guys a rest. He knows they're going to need their legs for K-State and obviously Rutgers next week. He's looking forward to having that week off between K-State and Rutgers to get everybody right because they're just wiped out. He did mention he really didn't want to do that trip to Maui. he wasn't happy about having to do the trip to Maui, but that was it. And he mentioned St. McCrae's knees a little bit. It's been bothering him a little bit. Nothing to normally keep him out, I wouldn't think, but with them being exhausted and him being sick and us having a lead and the guards that were in the second half playing good, he just let him rest.
Did you like Stack Monster? Did you like Parker playing the 2 with Bud Clark? How do you think that worked tonight?
Looked pretty good to me. There was one other game earlier this season. I can't remember which game it was where I saw he played those three guards together, and I was like, "Oh yeah," because I love guard play. And he said it in the post game too. Guard play is what wins. You got to have good guards, and it was pretty cool. Cohen was asking him a little bit about some of the recruiting and everything like that. It was like, he said, Bud was the key. Getting Bud Clark was the key, and you're starting to see it now. I'd like to see him get a little more confident in his three. He's missed more than he's made this season. I can only think of two or three that he's even made, but I think Shaw wants him to shoot more. He's hesitant when he gets the ball.
Well, I think he doesn't have a lot of confidence in his 3-point shot because what he does is he'll pump the three, dodge under, and then get a two, and
Yeah.
that's been effective. But now teams are seeing that they're everyone has tape on everyone, so they're not doing that as much. So Paul, couple questions for you.
Have a good night, guys. I'm gonna hit the sack.
All right, thanks, Stack.
Go
Good to
Pirates!
see you, Stack.
See you,
All right,
Stack.
guys. Keep
So,
up the good.
Paul, one is I guess what Shaw was saying on the press conference is that Clark was the number one get. And when we were talking about putting this team together, is that how you saw it? And I know you were a big stat guy with him. Is he playing up to your expectations? Like, how would you analyze what he's doing based on what you saw and what you read?
So I think that he is playing exactly the way Seton Hall needs him to play. I said from the very beginning that if he was as much a one-man show as he was a Merrimack, we weren't going to be very good.
Right.
And I don't think he needs to shoot from the three-point line. I think that his penetration and dishing, finding the open man, going to the basket. I noted him and Simpkins both came down on like 1-on-2 or 2-on-3, and they beat the other team to the basket. Clark's at the foul line on the fast break. They've got two guys 5 or 10 feet away, and Clark gets to the basket before these guys. You can't take a moment. You can't take a play off with him. If you're playing defense against him and you take a play off, he's going to go right by you and get to the rim and may get an old-fashioned three-point play. So he's doing exactly what I think we wanted him to do when he came here, distributing the ball. You see how many guys are involved. I wish he was 6'4", but I'm trying to think of how many other teams in the Big East have had better point guard play than Seton Hall has. And, you take a look at St. John's, for example, and they're killing their guards right now.
Yeah.
So, I'm perfectly happy with the way he's playing.
Yeah, no, that's some great points. Christina wants to get Mr. Hathaway on. Let's do it.
Hey, what's up?
We
Hey,
hear
Bill.
you now. What's up?
What's going? We hit the jackpot tonight, man.
What are your thoughts, William?
So my thoughts are Seton Hall played. They played a better game in the second half. They really came apart tonight. Everybody on the team, like I said earlier in previous shows, it's a combination of if it's not Clark tonight, it's Simpkins, it's Payne, it's AJ McCray, Stanton McCray. He had 12 points. Elijah Fisher had 2. Mike Williams had 12. So let's go over it real quick. All right, Adam Clark had 10, 4 rebounds, 12 assists. TJ Simpkins had 10 points, 1 rebound. Stephon Payne had 6 points, 7 rebounds. AJ Stanton McCray had 12 points, 2 rebounds. Elijah Fisher only had 2. Mike Williams had 12 and 5. Jacob Darr, garbage points, 9 points, 3 rebounds, points in the paint. Both teams, Central Connecticut and Seton Hall, was 26-26, 8 turnovers, 13 steals for Seton Hall. Total they out rebounded Central Connecticut 32-29. They were 12 or 15 from the free throw line. 3-pointers at 55%, and total 45%. Game note: Seton Hall has surpassed last to win in back into. I guess what I'm trying to say, they surpassed their wins for this season so far.
That's amazing, right? That's amazing, Bill. Bill, it's fun to be relevant again. Like, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I know we're like, but aren't you like a little giddy that like, wow, this is cool again? And it wasn't last year. Last year was miserable.
Yeah, exactly. I like I said previous on the show. The team has a lot of chemistry. It has a lot of team bonding. It just shows to say that it was a good crowd at Walsh tonight. It was a nice little packed house. A lot of energy in the building. Seton Hall is now 8-0. I mean, at the start of the season, who would you think Seton Hall would be 8-0 going into Kansas State, I believe.
Well,
And
8-1. 8-1. We lost.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's right.
8-1.
8-1.
I did
I'm
that
sorry.
too, right?
Yeah. So I believe it was a good chemistry tonight. They kind of but one period in the game, I thought Seton Hall couldn't in the second half after halftime. They couldn't really. Central Connecticut was trying to keep away. Try to keep away, keep the ball away from Seton Hall as much, and going down hitting shots and everything. But Seton Hall regrouped 77-61. Seton Hall moves on to Kansas State Saturday afternoon, and Shaheen Holloway has proven so far this season that this is the team that he's restructured. These are the kids that he recruited, and this is the team that he wants on the floor. And it's
Bill,
by
he
committee.
did more, not to interrupt you, but he did more than recruit. Because now you're a general manager, and he's given, I would imagine, X amount of dollars, and he has to kind of fit the players that he wants into, and that's not easy, right? Because he was never trained to do that. Like, he's not Brian Cashman, and I think he did an amazing job so far. Paul,
I mean,
last year, let me just go to Paul for a second. Paul, last year, and I felt sorry for you in a way because we'd be doing these pregame shows, and you were like grasping at things you were trying so hard to be positive, and I'm positive by nature too, but you were, and so, I mean, what do you think? Do you like being relevant again? Do you think we are relevant? Thoughts?
So I think that we had one bad year. I think that's the great thing about the start of this season is that it ends whatever thought there was going to be about Seton Hall's problems and we were going to be a trend. Last year, I read a thing about we ought to leave the Big East and join the MAC.
Right.
We had Coach Holloway. This is his third season, or
his fourth. His fourth.
Okay.
Fourth season. Fourth.
Right. Okay. So in his second season, we really got, for lack of a better way to put it, screwed out of a trip to the NCAAs.
Absolutely.
And went out and won the NIT instead.
Yep.
He had a bad year last year, and this year we're back. So it's not like the program, needs to go join the Patriot Conference. Teams have bad years, and then they bounce back, and that is what's happened this year. And I think that it is very much a testament to Coach Holloway. The other thing, Bill, do you have the halftime stat sheet in front of you, or you just have the final?
I do have a halftime sheet. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait. Okay, hey, go ahead.
Take a look at the points in the paint, the first half, and then how the final game ended.
Points in the paint. Central Connecticut was 22. Seton Hall at 14.
At the half. And how did it turn out?
Points in the paint was 26-26, even up.
So in the second half, Central got two baskets inside.
Yep.
You got to give again. That's got to be credit to the coach, right? Made an adjustment,
Yep.
did something on defense, and all of a sudden, Central couldn't get inside anymore.
Bill, how many points did we? Because Bill pointed out to me right away, and Bill's good. Bill knows the game. Bill pointed out to me right away, Paul. I was talking to him and Bobby at halftime, and points in transition, right? Do you have those numbers?
Points in transition. Points in transition. I'm not familiar with that, but
In turnover, points off of turnovers.
Points off of turnovers. I don't have the final stats in that one. Points off of turnover. Wait, points in the paint. I have that. 8 turnovers. We only committed 8 turnovers tonight.
But on the stat sheet, it said that you showed it to me up top. How many points? I don't know if it was in transition or in the paint. There's a number there.
Does it say fast break points?
Yeah, fast break points. Yeah, we had 6 fast break points at the half.
And how many did they have?
They had 2.
Yeah.
So I was.
And matter of fact, Seton Hall's bench had 12 points, and Central Connecticut had 4.
For the game, Paul. For the game, our bench had 33, and they had 4.
Well, again, you play a team like Central. They may have 5 good starters, but they're not going to have depth. There was one other thing, and I wanted to ask both of you guys: 8 turnovers tonight. I think we've been averaging less than 10. It seemed like last year that was. It seemed like last year that was a half. 10 turnovers was half the game. Are you guys?
Yeah, Seton Hall has consistently kept the turnovers below 8 to 10. I believe so. I don't know, Paul, if I'm correct, but I think the USC game, I think they went over like 13 turnovers. I don't remember, but one of those games I had mentioned on the show that they had 13 turnovers. But I'm seeing the trend where Seton Hall has these non-conference games 8 to 10 turnovers, and that's a plus. I think that's a plus. I think that I see that Shaheen Holloway is doing his homework, his coaching staff. They're reducing the turnovers. Like last year, I don't know, Nick, I don't know if you remember, they had more turnovers in the game than points being scored on them.
Yeah.
Am I correct with that?
Yeah, and last year we were next to last in points scored, right? And now we just had 77 tonight, and we're much better. I mean, our defense is still there, but we're a much better offensive team. Christina, come back in for a second. So what I want to do now before we bring Bill's favorite co-host on. Not going to say his name. Bill knows who I mean.
He's got 7 of them.
Hopefully he'll keep the damn dog quiet. But anyway, Christine. Well, first, Paul, you watch the game on TV. How did the atmosphere? Because I'm a big atmosphere guy on home games. How did the atmosphere seem on TV?
It was loud for a small gym, and it was loud in the timeouts too.
Hey, Paul, let me ask you something. Were they talking about Baby Shaq tonight?
They talked about him. They got that in again. Yeah, I think that Tariq Turner loves that nickname. We're gonna have a lot of trouble fighting with him if he's using that on every ESPN Plus broadcast.
But Paul, I looked that up, and look, I don't like admitting I'm wrong, but I will admit I'm wrong. He got that nickname from his mom when he was a baby because he was supposedly a big baby. No, I didn't mean that like a big. He was a big size baby. Yeah. Not a big baby.
Not commenting on his personality.
A big size baby. And if Mama Hines wants to call him Baby Shaq, then he's Baby Shaq. Oh, then Nicole just said. Nicole monitors Hall Line. Mm-hmm. Someone on Hall Line said Duncan Hines. Okay, I mean you can have more than one nickname, right?
Right. But I'll just make one last point and then shut up for a while. Believe it or not, you asked the question before. You made the point before. Bud Clark, and what has he done since he's been at Seton Hall? 8 turnovers a game, is part of the answer there, right? I mean, if that's got to speak to the point guard play. And if we're going to be under 10 turnovers all season long in the Big East, we're going to be hard to beat because we're not going to beat ourselves.
Christina, come back on. I want to talk about, we talked to Paul about atmosphere, but tell us about, and Bill too, tell us about the atmosphere there and about the teddy bear toss and about some poor lady getting hit in the head in the back with a teddy bear and about the mattress races. Guys, I'll let you go. Bill's cracking up. Christina, you go first.
I mean, I thought it was loud. It's definitely been louder. Like it wasn't, anything like we're used to, but I was happy when the game started. I was a little nervous that there were some empty seats, but people filled in. I love the mattress game. I thought the teddy bear toss was nice. Would have been nice if there were more, but it was still, overwhelming. It's a huge court. So you'd have to throw like 4 per person in order for it to really fill up. But yeah, it was good.
Bill, what do you think? Bill's cracking up.
I thought the atmosphere was cool. I loved the mattress and what's crazy? It's Christmas time. There's a lot of toy drives in the area, right? It's good to give. They gave the teddy bears to fans. Hopefully it goes to a good cause. They've been doing that for years at these games, and it's a good cause for throwing a teddy bear. You know what I mean?
Well, Bill, not to be a Grinch, okay? But Paul, you'll appreciate this as a business guy. Christina, how much were they selling them damn teddy bears for?
So this was the first game that the bookstore had stuff outside of it, right, Dad? We haven't.
They had merch. They never have merch inside.
Wow. The teddy bears were like $20 each for a Seton Hall branded teddy bear to toss onto
that you're going to throw on the court.
Wow.
I mean, I'm a generous guy, okay? But that's a little, I
got an $11 Christmas
if I'm the bookstore and you got leftover teddy bears, donate the damn teddy bears. Right? Like, come on. At the end of the game, there shouldn't have been any teddy bears. But I guess you got to make a profit, right? So
I gave them my $11. I got a Christmas ornament. So
yes, Christina got an exclusive Christmas ornament, first time only. That's on my tree in my living room right now. So yeah, whatever. That lady.
She's like, this is the first time we've sold it this year, or this is the first year we've had it. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's on my parents' tree, but that's fine.
Wow.
Yeah. So no. So the atmosphere was definitely cool. It was the last game at Walsh this year. I think it was fun. Yeah, I'm gonna miss it. Walsh. A lot of season ticket holders were crying that about the 3 Walsh games. I think Walsh games are great myself.
Yeah.
Right. I think they're fun, but the next Walsh game is, the next home game is RU, and we got them, and that's a rivalry game. But Christina, who are you bringing on next?
We got Scoop, and then we also have Sam in the green room. But I think that'll be more pop culture. You want to bring Scoop on for now?
Yeah, bring Luigi on.
You want to keep your other men on?
Yeah, keep the guys on. Luigi!
How you doing?
What are you wearing on? What does your shirt say, Luigi?
I have no idea, to be honest.
You got Santa Claus on your shirt.
Yeah. I have no idea. Oh, slay it, stay fly.
So Luigi, Bill, you got any questions for him? Luigi, you are Bill's favorite co-host because when we were talking before the game, all he's going is, "Where's Luigi? Where's it?" Right. So, Bill, you got any questions for him?
What's up, Scoop? How you doing, man?
Good to see y'all. Hope you all are having a good week.
How was your Thanksgiving, man?
It was wonderful. Got to go to Kentucky and see my family, and it was really nice.
Wait, I thought your family was in Jersey.
I don't have a single relative in New Jersey.
Wait, in New York?
My aunt is in New York, but she was one of the people who went down to.
Wait, weren't you just
Kentucky.
with your mother in New York?
I was with my mother in Kentucky.
Wait a minute. Now it's like, where in the world is Waldo? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Where's Louis? So wait, let's just go over this a second.
Okay.
You were in upstate New York or somewhere, right?
That's where my mom's house is. That's where I am right now. Yes.
So your mom is in New York.
I thought you were talking about New York City. My bad.
So you're in upstate New York with your mom.
Yes.
And where's your aunt?
My aunt from New York City came with us to Kentucky to see my other aunt and uncle.
Okay. And so you were going from New York to Kentucky, and then you were going back down to Mississippi?
I'm not going back to Mississippi until after the first of the year.
No.
So in any of those travels, Nicole, did you make a pit stop at the Borgata with Nicole in Atlantic City or no?
No, I wasn't invited.
Wow. Wow. Nicole, this.
I got Bobby in the green room. You want me to let Bobby in?
No, Bobby was just in, and I think
there he is.
Whoa! Bobby doesn't need permission to come in.
Bobby, yeah, this is Bobby.
Bobby doesn't need
Bobby,
permission,
Bobby,
but you had a lot of background noise, so I
just somebody.
Bobby, this is like what Bobby, like someone said, I don't want to tell behind, but someone said something about our slogan, and I said, if Bobby picked the slogan, that's the damn slogan, and I'm not changing it, or our title, or whatever. I don't know. Anybody got? Now she's saying family only. I don't know what she's doing, Miss Borgata. But anyway,
me neither.
Vicky Borgata.
Right on. Okay. Ryan, what do you think? Or I don't even know what to call you anymore. Luigi, what do you?
As long as I know you're talking to me, I'll answer.
What do you? What were your thoughts about the game tonight, Luigi?
Excuse me. I didn't get to see the whole game. I will just straight up say that. But again, it's a great win. I'm glad that we didn't fold in the second quarter as like we have in the past. But again, Central Connecticut doesn't tell me a whole lot. So, and I know I keep saying this, but I'm waiting to see how we hold up against some of these better teams because we beat the 23 ranked team, and then a day after we lost to USC. So I'm just trying to figure out exactly what this team is because it's like trying to evaluate Alabama by playing, North Middle Tennessee. Like I don't learn much of it anything.
But Luigi, isn't it nice to be relevant again? We're getting votes in the
poll.
We're being talked about. Tariq Turner loves us. Like, isn't it good to be relevant?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, anything obviously was an improvement over last season rather. But again, I think when one of your first couple of seasons being a Seton Hall Pirate, you have the COVID year where what looks like a potential Final Four one was robbed from us. Your standards are just higher than that.
Hold my beer. My freshman year was the finals. So,
but I'm gonna say this, Luigi. I think that you, Miss Gizzy, and Miss Bernstein have been spoiled. You've been spoiled.
I would agree with that.
You've never gone through Bosco Bell and all the Chris and all these horrible teams that we've had. And Paul has, and I have, and Bobby have. We've been ups and downs, but there's been as many downs as they were up. So last year we have a little bit of a down year, and like Paul said, they want to fire Shaw. That's insane. I couldn't believe that on Hall Line. They were talking about that last year.
Yeah, no, that's not something that I would have advocated for. It was a question that I asked, I think on one of the shows at the end of last season. I think I may have asked, is it something that they should entertain or that they will entertain? But I think asking that question isn't inherent. I wasn't inherently advocating for that type of a decision. I think that would have been rash.
Bobby, what do you think about the game?
To correct my buddy above me, Mr. Hathaway, Dar actually had 2 3-pointers in the first half that were key. So, my point is, we're gonna have players now who any one of them can score anywhere from 2 to 16 points a game.
Yep,
that's gonna make us very, very hard to scout and very hard to cover because with what's his name? Dishing the ball out, the point guard, Bud Clark. The right way as a true point guard, the doors are open for any one of those players, including himself, to do well. I also thought Bud Clark had his best game tonight. Why? He knows that team from the NEC. So maybe he felt a little more comfortable playing a team that he's used to, get his juices going before we hit the Big East season, and of course the big game this weekend at Kansas State. What was you? That was you? That was your daughter. Anyway, good game overall. Atmosphere is a little quiet, I thought, today.
See, we were saying we thought it was Bill and Christina thought it was a pretty cool atmosphere, and Paul said from home it looked like a really good atmosphere. You thought it was a bit little.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just over the men's team playing at Walsh. I understand why they do it, but it's just I like the experience a hell of a lot better at the Prue Center. Everybody seems lost in the Walsh gym, especially on the second tier. I must have had 5 people asking me where the bathroom is. Like, I don't know.
Too.
What's that?
Me too. There's like, where's the women's room? I'm like,
yeah, security guard came up and said, where's the ladies' room? Like, how could you work? He didn't know where the ladies' room was. He sent some lady to the men's room. Like, come on.
But you're right, though. I thought it was cool to have the merch out there. Now, again, I hope that wasn't just because of the teddy bear toss.
Definitely
have that more often. Again, a lot of kids come to these games. You want to brand them. I mean, last night I was in Princeton. They had a whole big, little area for merchandise and whatnot. You want to brand. You want to brand your school. You want to brand your program. That's how you do it. I'm hoping tomorrow.
This was for the women's game, right? I'd like to see merch out there for a women's game. I really do. Hopefully tomorrow night.
You want merch at the women's game, and you want a secondary location to get food.
Yeah,
that line is atrocious.
Yeah, that line's insane.
By the way, real quick, before we're on Princeton, real quick, Paul, have you ever seen a game at Princeton yet? Football game?
Yes, I have.
I walk past it. Obviously, go from the garage to Jadwin Gym, but it looked like a pretty nice stadium for,
It is. They had a knockdown Palmer a couple, maybe 15 or 20 years ago. And Princeton had one of those seasons where they had to play all their games on the road. But it is a very nice facility. I think it seats around 15, 20,000. The seats go right down to the field. It's a good place to watch a football game.
Yeah, we have to go next year. Check the game out when they play Yale.
Absolutely.
Also, real quick, being in, first time ever in Jadwin Gym, I thought was, someone who played basketball in the 80s in high school and stuff. And you see Pete Carrill's name on there and Bill Bradley, and those names you just remember from back in the day. It was pretty cool to see that.
Yeah, Jadwin's kind of strange. It's an old style field house. So you got the basketball court, and then behind you there's a bunch of guys who are, running track on the. It's an interesting place to watch a basketball game.
But I tell you, they took care of. I mean, whoever was there, it wasn't a lot of media there, but they gave us a little voucher to get some food at halftime at the snack stand. So, all I complained about it was the long walk between Jadwin Gym and the garage.
Yeah, it's a hike.
It was cold out. But we'll get back to that. But yeah, as far as today, like I said, I'm liking that we have a lot of different options this year. And like I said, anybody can score between 2 and 16 points on any given night. That's going to make us hard to prepare for and hard to defend.
Eli, welcome. Eli, the rock star, the superstar, the prodigy.
The cameraman.
Paul has a question for you, Eli.
How's it going, guys?
Eli, do you mind us taking 23s when we make 11 of them?
Yeah, I don't mind it, actually. Yeah, we did pretty good tonight. I was happy about that. One thing I was going to comment about. They finally made the threes.
Yeah, I was waiting all evening for you to show up so I could ask you that question.
Okay. Yeah, I'm okay when you make 11 for 20. All right, I'm okay with that. It's over 10. No problem. Nice job, guys.
Eli, what were your thoughts about the show? About the game?
Well, Paul said it best. They made threes. That was what I was happy about. I've been saying that all long. Disappointed that there was so many fouls in that second half. That was a little annoying. But overall, it was a great game. Love the performance by Bud Clark today. Everybody played well. It was a good win. Shouldn't it have been that close? It would have been a little bit bigger of a score, but that's just me. A win's a win, though. We'll take it. Now that we got to prepare for Kansas and Rutgers.
Well, one game at a time, right? Kansas. And before Paul starts making Kansas sound like Kentucky or whatever, and they lost to Bowling Green. Paul, can we go up to Kansas State and could we be favored?
I'm going to have to look at the Ken Pond because I don't know how good Kansas State is yet. I haven't gotten there. Well, maybe I'll take a look at that while we're talking. I certainly don't think. Again, Kansas State isn't Kansas either.
Right.
So there's no reason why we can't go in there and win a game.
Paul, doesn't Kansas State have your kid from Monmouth last year?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure I know who that is.
That lit us up from Monmouth. Remember?
Yes, I do.
He went to Kansas State.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. That yeah, let me answer your question. So first of all,
I'll look for you.
Seton Hall right now is 64 in the Ken Pond. Kansas State is 75.
There you go.
You look at the numbers, they're plus 11.5, we're plus 13. So that works out to about what, 1.5, Nick? That's how that works?
Well, do you have the paid Ken Pom?
No, I just got the regular.
All right, I'm gonna go into the paid Ken Pom since you brought it up, and because I want to see something. But yeah, I'm glad we're in the Ken Pom because do you know college coaches actually use Ken Pom?
Really? I did not know that.
No, absolutely. Oh, college coaches, because there's a lot of little tidbits. Ken Pom will say like a team and what lineup they use the most and efficiency and all this stuff. Absolutely.
And by the way, the guy we're talking about is Abdi Bashir Jr.
Right.
Yep.
And he lit us up last year like a Christmas tree, right?
Yeah, I remember that game. Yep.
He was averaging 20 points a game for Monmouth last year, and they were 0-8, and he went nuts against us. I think we all hoped we could get him.
I don't know.
Averaging 12 points a game. He's averaging 12.1 points a game, 2 assists, and 2.1 rebounds a game. Yeah, man, they have him listed at 6'7". Was he 6'7" last year?
Okay, guys, bad news.
Uh-oh.
Ken Pom, Kansas State 75, Seton Hall 73.
We dropped today?
We got a 41% chance of winning that game.
Wow.
So let's see. I mean, I'm a Ken Pom guy, but he was right tonight, Ken Pomeroy, but let's see. All right, guys. Christina, you still there?
Yeah, she's there. She's in the back.
Christina, oh my God. Who do we got? What are we gonna do now? Who wants to come on?
You gotta unmute yourself.
You gotta unmute yourself.
Sorry, I was so good the whole time.
Yeah, you were great.
Now that I'm in bed, done. Nicole and Samantha wanted to do the Spotify Wrapped. And
you guys want to do that, or you want to talk a little bit more? You want to talk about the women's game yesterday first, and then we'll go into whatever Nicole wants to do.
Yeah, finish the content.
Yeah, well, while they take their time to join in, go ahead. You can go ahead and start about the women.
All right, Paul, start about. Were you able to research on you and Bobby because Bobby was there?
So Bobby, why don't you start? Because I was only able to watch it on and off.
Okay. No, I thought the women played a real good game yesterday. Unfortunately, we lost at the end. The first thing that struck me as soon as I sat down at my little area right there, courtside, was that they went into the game 7-1, Princeton, which means they've already played 4 more games than we have. Now, 4 it might not seem a lot, but when you have these teams now that have all these new players and whatnot, that might make a bit of a difference. I had to laugh though. I'm sitting here in a Ivy League gym, and with the fans right behind me, I was actually sitting right in front of the Princeton fans, and they were just shouting out like they're trying to be knowledgeable about basketball. They were just throwing out stuff that I'm like, where am I? Like, you're supposed to be a smart Ivy League school, and you don't even know the game. You're shouting out rules that don't even exist in basketball. So I had to laugh about that. Where am I right now? But the women had every chance to win that game. They came out to a 14-point lead in the second quarter. They were bombing threes at that point. Our big Mariana Valenzuela hit some threes and hit some inside shots. And as Coach mentioned, Dorn, if you watched the his presser that I posted last night, she is still getting her feet under herself. She's only been here since October 1st.
October 1st, yeah.
She's behind everybody else. When she gets her sea legs, as they say, in another couple of weeks, she's going to be tremendous. So, Princeton is a great barometer for this program. A game Coach really, really wanted bad. And you can see that in his disappointment. And Coach Basho will be on Friday. We'll discuss both games. But you know what? I think if we see that team in Walsh, we beat them by 5-7.
Before we go to Paul, let me just say, and I was telling Bobby this, I think Seton Hall and the coach is not frustrated, but he seems we are at this far away from getting to the next level, and the next level being top 25, getting a bid for the NCAA, beating a team like Princeton. And we're not there yet, and we're so close. We are so close. I don't know. Will we get there, Paul?
The better the team plays, it seems like the more they're attracting recruits. And we've seen a bunch of good players signed.
Right.
So I think that the team can go to that next level. And as far as the game was concerned, I saw most of the fourth quarter. And it just seems sometimes you have a game where you don't shoot well. And they came out in the fourth quarter and they just couldn't buy a basket. They had good looks. They got to the rim a couple of times. They had some open threes. Sometimes you just miss. It's basketball. It happens. And so I don't think that, you could look at this and say, oh, no, they lost, that there's going to be a problem. I think that they played very well. They moved the ball well. They played very strong defense. Their press bothers everybody. It certainly bothered Princeton when they had it on. And I think they got into a game, and maybe it was fatigue. Maybe it was just that they didn't shoot well. But they had a lousy shooting fourth quarter, missed some layups, missed some open looks, and they got beat.
The main thing also was we lost at 4 points, I believe. I think it was 72-68, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was a close game, yes.
And then in the middle of the fourth quarter, we go 1 for 4 from the foul line. So that hurt us big time right there.
Yes. Oh, by the way, the final score here was 82-78.
Yeah. I know it was 4 points. I probably had it.
No. But what I'm saying is that's a lot of points for 82-78. That's a lot of points in a game like that.
I don't know if you guys watched the game or not. I don't know, but there was a play last night that does ESPN still do the top 10 plays of the day? Are they still doing that?
I believe they do on
ESPN.
SportsCenter.
I don't know. I barely watch ESPN.
They had the little guard from Princeton did this assist that was one of the greatest plays I've ever seen, and I've seen basketball almost my whole life. And she was driving to the basket, going right to left, and she did something where she took the ball, spin behind her, over her head, to the girl under the basket who scored an easy layup. But that has to be somewhere. It was so fantastic that it made me say wow, and I don't say wow too often when it comes to basketball. But look for that, and like I said, look for the women to rebound. Again, very early, very quirky in the schedule that we're playing a Big East team already on December 4th. We still have the NC State trip this weekend. We still have Washington State coming in. So we're gonna have, we're not really done with our non-conference schedule yet. And bam, tomorrow night here comes Butler. So I hope we're ready.
Bobby, have you ever covered a nicer kid than Savannah?
No, I saw her. In fact, she walked by me before, and I know she smiled, says hello, and everything. She's awesome.
And Bobby, to your point, Princeton was 15-16 from the line last night. We were 13-21.
There you go.
We go 17-21. It's a tie game.
I'll tell you though, I sitting across from their bench, you just see how their coach needles the refs and everything. Some coaches do that, right? You want to get on the ref's good side, and you get the needling and the preparation, or they're digging in. But hey, like I said, if we face them again end of the season somehow, I think we're a better team. We'll see. Oh, by the way, they also have. I don't know if I mean I remember this just from reading a lot of sports throughout the years, but they have a player, Madison St. Rose, who was two-time Gatorade Player of the Year for girls basketball, and she goes to Princeton.
Wow.
She must be smart
And good. And one thing I kind of heard, her mom was talking to a coach from Beavis, Jose, and she was saying, "Oh, you never know, coach. She has one more year eligibility left. So hey, Madison St. Rose next year in Pirate Blue will look pretty good. So we'll see how that plays out."
Before we get on to Nicole and friends or whatever we're doing, Kansas State is in a 3-game losing streak. They lost in Nebraska 86-85. They lost to Indiana 86-69, and then Bowling Green 82-66. So should be a good game on Saturday. 4:00 start, guys.
Yep.
All right, Eli. Christina? What are we doing here?
I think it's the Nicole and Samantha and Christina and Scoop. They're all talking Spotify.
All right, I have no idea what they're going to be talking about. So
me neither, because I don't got
Spotify.
Spotify.
I was going to say I have no idea what Spotify is.
But I gotta ask Nicole one question.
Hello.
Hello, Nicole. How are you?
Tired.
Pleasure to see you. How was the Borgata?
Borgata was fun, and we did a lot of Black Friday shopping. And I'm now anticipating my sister coming home in 3 weeks because I miss her.
We saw Junior tonight.
You did.
Stack Monster Junior. Yes,
That's
you just lit up.
awesome.
There you go.
That's
Is this? I don't know. I'm not even asking.
I don't even know what you're getting at, but
I do. Don't go there.
Nope, don't.
I'm so freaking confused.
He's a very nice kid.
That's all right, Scoop. Don't worry.
Very respectful. He's not like his father, Stack Monster Jr.
By the way, real quick, I know we had this whole nickname thing with Baby Shaq, Duncan Hines, but now Stack Monster is creating his own nickname. What was today? Stack Bomb?
Stack Attack.
Stack Attack? Come on now. One name, Stack Monster. One name you get. I'm Blackjack. I'm nothing else. You get one name. Unless you're Woody, he gets 7 names. But
oh my God, Bobby, you're funny. Bobby, you're funny.
Not Stack, whatever. You're Stack Monster. I don't want to see 9 names. Only my guy to the left here gets 7 names. That's it. And down there is Nikki Borgata. That's it. I'm done.
Samantha's on. Samantha, welcome.
Hi.
How was Pilates today?
Today I did Orange Theory.
Oh, how was Orange Theory?
Orange Theory was great. To be honest, there's some tea at Orange Theory right now. So.
All right, Nicole, take over.
Alrighty,
He doesn't know what that means, Samantha. He's got no idea what tea.
I know what Orange Theory is.
No, do you know what tea is? If someone says I have tea, what does that mean?
Dirt, scoop.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
There you go. See?
And he called the name too.
Squirrel finds it. So what's your tea? Give us the tea.
A lot of my coaches are leaving, so I'm like kind of mad, and I'm sort of like boycotting. I'm only going to the classes that I like the coaches.
Wow.
So I've been doing it Soul Cycle.
Have you done Soul Cycle?
So I have a really bad back.
So it's hard to do Soul Cycle.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Nicole, take over.
Alrighty, so as most of us here know, today was the day that Spotify Wrapped was released. And this is pretty much where you see your stats for the whole year on what you've listened to on Spotify. And it just tracks so much cool stuff. Now, for context, I was in the top 1% of Taylor Swift listeners last year. She was my number one artist. That is not the case at all this year. So I'll start with mine, and then we could go around the room. What, Scoop?
Because what you're about to say is so freaking unbelievable to me.
It is unbelievable to me, too. Okay, so So when I first open it up, it starts playing Def Leppard off the bat. So I know something's
You
up.
can't play the music. Don't forget.
What happened?
You gotta watch the music with the
Watch
copyrights.
music
All
copyright.
right.
Yeah.
So it
Oh.
says you listen.
Hold on. Time out real quick, Nicole, real quick. Eli, Nick, I keep getting a warning on YouTube. Are you guys using an intro song?
Whatever you have set up as the intro.
Really? That's getting
Mhm.
all right. All right. It's not my fault. My fault then. Okay.
Okay.
Carry on.
So
Sorry.
it says you listened, we counted. I listened for 14,887 minutes, which is the equivalent of 10 days on Spotify. Tastes like yours can't be defined, but let's try anyway. I listened to 112 genres. My top 5 genres are glam metal, soft pop, classic rock, soft rock, and indie. I don't know where the indie came from, but the top 4 make sense.
Wow.
Age is just a number, so don't take this personally. Your listening age is 58 years. Since you were into music from the early 80s, you're an old soul, which I'm not surprised about whatsoever. You listened to 794 songs this year, but can you guess your number one? And I actually guessed it wrong. But all 5 were Def Leppard songs. We had When Love and Hate Collide, Animal, Hysteria, Bringing on the Heartbreak, and Armageddon It. I guessed Hysteria, but it was actually Bringing on the Heartbreak, but it was by 5 plays.
It's a better song.
It's so good. And then it shows this little video of them. It says your top song, Bringing on the Heartbreak by Def Leppard. You listened to it 77 times. And then it gave me the order. So number 1 was Bringing on the Heartbreak. Number 2 was When Love and Hate Collide. Number 3 was Hysteria. Number 4 was Armageddon It. And number 5 was Animal. And then it made a playlist for me. So there's 100 songs.
No.
I listened to 15 albums this year. My top album was Hysteria by Def Leppard. But my top 5 albums were Hysteria, Pyromania, Def Leppard self-titled, Take Me Home by One Direction, and Made in the AM by One Direction. Not too sure how those slipped in. You listened to 244 artists this year, and these 5 were extra special. Def Leppard, Taylor Swift, One Direction, Cheap Trick, and Kiss. But who claimed the top spot? And it does this little race thing. And it shows all the artists throughout the month where they land.
Well, that's very interesting. Although I was kind of falling asleep because that was a lot of information.
Yeah, I know. Nicole, come on. We had
gotta sum it up a little bit here. I mean,
Nicole, we had 20 viewers. We're down to 2. Let's
listen. This is the
up
most
a little
important
bit.
part.
okay,
Def
go ahead.
Leppard is my top artist. I spent 8,937 minutes with them, which makes me a top 0.003% global fan. Which means
Luigi fell asleep up there. Luigi, wake up.
Luigi's always asleep, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Which
I
means I'm
haven't had enough coffee yet.
I'm number 1,175 top listener for Def Leppard globally.
Many numbers.
Oh, that's great.
You know what that
Can I
means?
share my top genres?
Wait, Nicole, for some reason you don't look like a metalhead, but that's okay.
I'm a glam metalhead.
Bobby, you
You're-
had something to say?
A what?
I'm good.
Okay.
But I
What
only
is
hear what he has to
glam metal? It's not glam metal. Glam metal is David
Glam
Bowie.
rock. Glam rock. Hair Nation.
Yeah, Hair Nation is 80s rock.
Yeah, glam.
Nick,
Are you
Paul,
a D. Snyder fan? Are you
David
a
Bowie's
D.
glam
Snyder
rock,
fan?
right? Am I wrong?
You're
Wait.
absolutely right.
That whole late 70s, early 80s when they wore makeup and
Right.
Snotty boys with lipstick on, to quote Frank Zappa.
Right.
Exactly. That's
Mm.
glam rock.
All right.
Samantha.
Christina, tell us about your
Christina, go.
and don't put and wait.
I just
don't-
want to share my genres. Everything else is predictable. I like Taylor Swift. It's whatever. Number 1 genre, pop country. Number 2 genre, pop rock. Number 3 genre, pop punk. Are you sensing a theme?
Luigi's loving it, Christina.
Pop
he
pop?
woke
Is
up
that
and
pop
he's
pop?
loving it.
Pop punk, yeah.
Pop punk. At least it pop up.
No, pop punk. No pop
Grandpa.
pop. That's not in here. Well, actually, 4 is pop rap, and 5, Musicals.
What is pop
Okay.
rap?
Which musicals?
Wicked, Mamma Mia.
Okay, fair enough.
all
Those
the
are good
hits.
ones. The good
All
ones.
the
All right.
classics. I don't know what pop rap is. I'm assuming it's white girl rap because that's what I listen to.
Like what would that be though?
Lil Wayne.
Say again.
Lil Wayne.
Little
I love
Wayne is
Lil Wayne.
white.
Drake.
What?
Like
Bobby,
I
they're
more so
killing
mean
you.
like 2000s, like that kind of stuff.
So basically, if they were on the Forever collaboration, you listen to them.
Pretty much, Chris Brown. Yeah, sure.
If they were in those now CDs, yeah, the one, now 56, now 57, now 90.
If they were in Jingle Ball from 2007 to 2012.
Yes.
What is it? What is
Yep.
Jingle Ball?
Wow.
Oh,
Wait,
come on,
I
Woody.
Come
Come
on
on,
here.
Woody.
What are we doing here?
Woody doesn't know what Jingle Balls is. I took my daughters to Jingle Balls
You don't know
20
what
years in a
Jingle
row,
Ball is?
correct?
What is happening?
So Jingle
iHeartRadio.
Ball is
iHeartRadio is they do big concerts at New
At the
York,
Garden.
Philadelphia, and Miami. At the
Right.
Garden. It's their
Christina, who
biggest
did you see at
concert of the
Jingle
year. It's
Ball?
always sold out every year.
Miley Cyrus.
Oh, cool.
I took Christina to see Miley Cyrus at Jingle Balls, but I didn't
Oh
go
my God.
inside. I walked around the city and picked them up.
It's a big lip sync fest, but yeah.
It's a good show.
That's all I have to share. That's
Eli,
my
have you ever
only
been to
interesting
Jingle
bit.
Ball?
No, I have not, but I heard it's very nice
What you
though.
heard? Sam, have you been to Jingle Ball?
No, but I know what it is.
Okay. Nicole doesn't know what Jingle Ball is.
I've heard of Jingle Ball.
Okay.
I've heard of it. My age is showing, but my Spotify age is younger than Nicole's. Mine was 40.
Mine's
Okay,
58.
my Spotify age you'll be shocked at was 34.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's my actual age.
So what are the top 5 genres then?
Okay, let's go look.
All right, go. Sam, you're up. They want to know your genres.
Okay, I'm gonna go look. Let's
She's
see.
going to look. Christina's going to
Okay.
bed. Nicole's look. No, Christina's back.
My 2025.
Wait. Bill, do you know what Spotify is?
It's great.
Bill has no idea. Bill's like, what station? Who do they play for?
Okay, top genres. Are you?
We're ready.
Go
I'm
for it.
sorry.
Go
Go
ahead.
on. Put your camera on.
Radio app.
It's
a
hard. She
radio
can't,
app,
when
right?
she's on the phone, you can't do it when she's checking something. But go ahead,
You can't
Samantha.
put her camera on?
No, go ahead,
Okay.
Samantha.
Dance pop.
It's a radio. It's a
country.
radio app.
Yeah. Spotify. I have no idea.
Go, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead,
have to leave.
Samantha.
I'm gonna have to leave,
Oh, wait.
fellas.
All right. Bye, Bill.
Bye, Bill. Go ahead.
Talk
Sorry,
to you soon.
Samantha.
Later.
All
Sam,
right.
Can you hear me when I was off on the other
Yes,
screen?
we can hear you 1,000%. But you have to restart again because Bill was talking.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so top genres: dance pop, pop country, tech house, pop rap, and oldies.
What was the one before pop rap?
I think it was like tech house or something, or pop rap, tech house, and oldies.
What is tech house?
I love like EDM, like really high beat music.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
I got
like
you now.
this year, I will admit I've gone out a lot. So, but like I'll just be honest, when I go out, like I don't drink. Nicole will tell you, like I'm not drinking when I go out. Like I'm purely going out.
Wait, you
for
don't?
the
You're
music.
another one that doesn't drink? No,
I
nobody.
don't really
Everyone has pictures with martinis, but nobody
she-
drinks.
She drinks.
She drinks.
She drank with me.
Okay, I have like one drink, but I'm not like getting drunk.
Oh my god.
No, one or two. That's about it.
This is
One
such
or
a
two.
this is such a funny triangle because then my last drink was at her house.
At whose house? Nicole's?
Not at my
No,
house.
Sam's.
At Sam's house?
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
no,
whoa.
no,
Now
you've been
not
to
at
Sam's
my
house?
house.
No, wait. Sorry, we were at somebody else's house. My bad.
we're having
Yeah.
sleepovers now. What the hell's going on here?
Nicole just said no, only family, no boys allowed at her house, and you're going to Sam's house.
No, I screwed up. It was not at
no
her
one
house,
went to
bad.
my house.
I screwed that up.
You
Bill,
screwed
that's
up.
funny. Good job, Bill.
All right. Thanks,
What's
Bill.
Bill saying?
Jingle
says
Ball
he knows
happens
the
at
jingle.
Bill
Christmas
knows
time.
that Jingle Balls happened every Christmas. Well, Bill, Jingle Balls isn't going to happen every Easter. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh my
sorry.
God.
It's not a Halloween concert. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's
Had
I
to
didn't know,
liven
man,
this
Bill-
up. Luigi was falling asleep.
I didn't know a guy Bill size could move that fast. But as soon as you started talking about Spotify, man, he was gone.
All right.
Guys, I taught my last class for the
No.
semester.
Oh, congratulations.
Isn't that exciting? I hope you did give a final.
I did give a final,
Oh, come
and
on.
I can't tell if they cheated or not because they used honor lock, so I have to like analyze the results from that.
Don't give a final. Be nice to us students.
Actually, two of the students emailed me. One said like it was very fair and straightforward, and like they knew how to prepare for it because I told them how to prepare for it. And the other one's like, I really liked the way you taught, and I really liked learning about sociology, so I thought it was nice.
Well, good.
So catch me next semester at Seton Hall, and catch me on the game on the 23rd because I will be there.
Wait, you're going to Rutgers game?
No, I'm going to be in Boca on that
Oh, okay.
day, but I'm going to the 23rd.
What's that? No, that's Willard, right?
I don't know.
Villanova.
Yeah.
Nicole, you going? We got to get Nicole to a game.
Nicole, you have to come.
I need work to slow down a little first before I can do anything.
Are you even off like on weekends or anything?
I'm a professor
I-
and
I-
I'm a
I work
director
almost 60
and I get
hours
to
a
the
week.
games. There is no excuse.
So Nicky Borgata, if I see Ike in a game and you're not there, then you're in trouble.
My next Borgata is New Year's.
Nicky Borgata.
Yes, it is.
As of right now.
What do you mean as of right now?
You could be going back to Borgata before.
I mean, it's possible, but I doubt it because
you'll find your
I'm
way
not
back
going
again.
for Christmas.
Scoop, why don't you
I've got that.
go give your Spotify? Because I know Paul probably has to go to bed. I got to go to bed too.
Well, yeah, I've got to go. I'm going to leave now. I've got to go. That whole gainful employment thing has
All
really
right.
been
Love you, Paul.
dragging me
Thank
down.
you. Thank
Well, have
you
a
for
good
coming
night, Paul.
on.
Thanks for joining us.
And
So Paul, we're considering
Saturday's gonna
See, Paul knows my pain.
Saturday's gonna be around what 6-ish. We'll let you know.
Okay, I'm gonna try to spend a day or two writing up Kansas State. I haven't really had a chance to look at them. All I know is that they seem like they score 100 points a game. So it should be interesting when we start to take a look at what their write up is going to be.
Okay, cool.
The other big sporting event on Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, is
college football.
Yale football is playing against Montana State in the FCS second round. This is a very, very big event, both in New Haven and Bozeman, Montana. And so I'll be watching that game. Last week I turned off Youngstown State with my alma mater down 42-18. They won 43-42.
Wow.
Speaking of,
So I may have to turn the game on and turn it off immediately just to maintain the luck.
Paul, I sent you Handsome Dale's
Dan.
I knew it was one. It was Dan or Dale, one of them.
It is, yes, the first animal mascot in the history of college sports. They actually taught it to go crazy when they said Harvard. So they'd say Harvard, and the dog would spaz out and start biting things.
That's
my
funny.
kind of dog.
Love it.
Christine, you're good.
See you guys later.
Bye, Paul.
Bye,
Have a
Paul.
good one. Scoop, go ahead, give your Spotify thingy.
Okay, please. I don't know how to do this on the laptop.
I don't got Spotify, so I can't comment.
Yeah,
so
it's
go
only
ahead.
showing me the actual songs. I'm trying to figure out where the freaking.
All right then. So I don't got Spotify, so I couldn't tell you my Spotify thingies, but I do listen on the radio and on YouTube. So the music.
What do you think your top 5 songs would be?
My top 5 songs. Oh, I don't know.
Or at least top 5 artists.
See, I'm all over the place. I listen to a bunch of old songs, old classic songs. I also listen to a lot of the musical songs from Wicked, Broadway, Mommy, and all these Broadway show songs, and I'm pretty much all over the place.
What older songs?
Like I was listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire, Cool and the Gang.
Okay. Yeah, like 70s.
70s, yeah. Mostly 70s, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Bobby, how about you? You got Spotify or do anything like that?
No, I just
Spotify.
I am a DJ and I have
He is the Spotify.
I have a tremendous music library, and I have in my car I have a little SD card full of music, and I just play that over and over. Has
Awesome.
about 500 songs on it from my library, and
That's crazy.
if I'm and listening to radio, it's Sirius XM, and it's usually
Hair Nation.
Hair Nation, the ones you mentioned before. First Wave, I think, is great. Oh, the alternative one, 80s alternative, the Sinatra station, and of course, you can't forget Yacht Rock.
Yacht Rock.
Yacht Rock.
Okay, I found it.
We love Yacht Rock.
Cool and the Gangs from East Orange. You got it.
If it was up to my mom, she would play Yacht Rock all year long, but I put a stop to that.
How about you, Nick? What do you listen to? Do you listen to music or anything like that? What do you do? What do you do?
Well, I got to tell you, I'm like Bruce, Billy Joel, that type. But when like I take Peloton classes, I'm like into all this like stuff that I never thought I'd be into, like this Demi person and a Sabrina person, and and a Tail, because that's what these ladies play. So you listen to it a million times, and you start to know the song. So yeah.
All right.
But
Nick, Nick, I'm sorry, Scoop. You have your list ready to go, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Yeah. I finally found the darn thing. But yeah, so the top genres from 1 to 5 were honky tonk, heartland rock, yacht rock, hip hop, and oldies.
Wait, repeat that.
Honky
Honky
tonk.
tonk.
Honky tonk.
Yeah, first one was honky tonk. And the second was heartland rock. Third was yacht rock. Fourth was hip hop, and fifth was oldies.
What is a honky tonk?
What the hell's
Honky tonk, I'm assuming is like Nashville, right?
Yeah, that's like 90s country type music.
Yeah.
That says it all, folks, for you.
Say that again.
I said that says it all for you, folks.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
Yeah.
bottom line is, go check out if you have your Spotify on rap thingy-majingy, and see what your genres are and how old are you and all that fun stuff.
How old are you?
I don't know.
How old are you?
How old are you and stuff? That's pretty much it.
By the way, Nick's been corrected by his daughter.
They do not
Hold up.
play a lot of Demi.
I don't know who these people are. Demi, Sabrina. There's an instructor named Olivia. She's like a pit bull. Like she's the toughest instructor you ever want to have. And she plays all that type of music. I don't know.
Well, Scoop just left. So with that, good luck to the men's basketball team. They have another big one this upcoming Saturday. For women's basketball, they have a big game tomorrow, so be sure to check that out at Walsh Gymnasium, or you can catch it on ESPN Plus, WSOU, whatever you stream or watch or listen. Be sure to check that out.
You got to put a Bill's comment.
Bill's going, okay. I listened to Bruce Springsteen one time.
One time.
time.
Oh my God! I listen to
I listened to death metal one time.
Bill, thanks for all the
Nicole, I
commentary.
thought of you. I was at the Hard Rock, and I saw the picture of Mick Jagger. And I said to my wife, "You see that? You know who that is?" She goes, "Of course, that's Mick Jagger." I said, "Nicole Gizzy doesn't know who that is." So yeah.
Nicole's down in Atlantic City every week.
Nikki Borgata, that's her name.
Nikki Brigada. Okay.
Nikki Atlantic City.
No.
Nikki AC.
Nah, Nikki
Borgata.
Brigada.
Well, yeah.
I like the Brigada one sounds
Italian.
better. I think
She
Bobby
doesn't
said
go
it best.
anywhere else
Scoop
plus
is
the
allowed to have
Borgata.
the 7 names, nobody else. I think that's absolutely fair.
Yeah, Stack Attack has got to go. No more Stack Attack.
Stack Attack.
Yeah, where did all these nicknames just suddenly start coming from?
Yeah, it's our nickname show.
The nickname show.
The nickname show, yeah. The
Yeah,
nickname
see,
show.
a nickname should be given to you, not created by you.
That is absolutely true.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you shouldn't talk about yourself in the third person. Like Glenn's like, Stack Monster did this and Stack Monster did that. Like, okay.
Well, Stack Monster could do whatever he wants, and he,
I
you know,
guess he can.
and he could entertain people, and he could, he's Stack Monster. That's
He's Stack
that's
Monster,
acceptable.
yeah.
If somebody else did a different story, but he's Stack Monster.
Yeah, I agree. You're good point.
All right, folks.
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Samantha, go ahead. Start us off.
Final thoughts, happy holidays. This is like the time of year, when you realize what you're grateful for and you're happy for. And I'm so happy that Nicole, entered me into this little group. So even though I don't come on a lot, I come on and I say my stuff when I can. And I just grow my Seton Hall community. So I'm so happy for, getting to know each and every one of you. And if I don't see any of you, because, the holiday season is hard, happy holidays. And I'm very happy to meet personally, meet every one of you. And I'm excited for what 2026 brings for our Seton Hall basketball team.
That's awesome. And Bill's final thoughts. He said he'll get Spotify on his phone now and check it out. So,
I'm really curious to know what Bill listens to.
Bill, good luck with that one. We wish you the best of luck.
We were trying to get a picture at the game, right? Me, you, Eli, Bobby, Nick, and Bill. And his friend was fussing at him like so much. Oh my God, that poor man! Like, please give him 2 seconds.
His final thoughts is Seton Hall is improving, and I didn't see the last part. And is improving game by game. All right.
Didn't somebody have us like third in the Big East rankings this week or something?
I thought so.
Nicole, look in our chat. I posted a picture for you.
I did.
Okay.
Bobby Blatchek, final thoughts.
Watching the Ready. What's going on? Sleepovers, setups. I don't know. Final thoughts. 3 games in 3 nights, and 3 games in 3 nights. Looking forward to tomorrow night. And like I said, what's our basketball record now? What are we? 11-2.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
You just opened a whole new can of worms in that chat, and now I'm not gonna be able to get rid of these allegations.
But didn't he try to set you up with him? Is that
I know nothing about that.
That's what he said that on the air.
I don't know nothing about that though.
Okay. I
really don't. I swear on the Bible, I really don't know.
This very nice young man comes up to me, says, "Hi, how you doing?" Shakes my hand, and I'm like, he's a good guy. And then I remember what Stack Monster said.
Who, Stack Jr.?
Stack Jr., nice kid.
Well, Christina's final thoughts was, I hope one day Nicole gives me the respect I deserve, and grateful for Eli's confidence in me. No problem.
I gave her pre-approval.
No problem, Christina.
Oh yeah, Nicole. She was hot. She's like, what am I not at this game? Oh my God, Nicole does this one, and Eli and Nick and Bobby and Bill, and what about me? I'm here in Stack Monster. I'm here. I'm like, oh my God, calm down. But you gave her pre-approval. That's a good thing.
Is Christina going tomorrow night, Nick?
What?
Is she coming tomorrow night?
Oh yeah, I got credentials.
She does?
Oh,
no, Christina.
No, you do.
No, I
go to the game.
No, I'm taking Christina's fiance.
Oh, okay, so he's doing the camera tomorrow.
Well, we'll ask him if he could come in. We'll try to.
Christina's gonna have to let him know in advance.
Yeah.
We need a girl's girl. What?
Okay.
Oh God, help me.
What?
Mr. Nick from Millburn, final thoughts.
Yeah, I have too much fun doing this. This is so much fun, and I appreciate you guys, and I'm glad I'm a part of it. And it's like our own little family. And sometimes we have these inside jokes, and I'm sure our listeners are saying, what the hell are they talking about? But then I meet people, and they're like, great show, very entertaining. So, thank you, everyone. And, everyone has their little niche here, and everyone's hitting it out of the ballpark. So, and go Pirates.
My final thoughts, great show as always. Love that we get to do the show every time. Grateful for another Seton Hall win. It's the holiday season. And lastly, time is short. Be sure to say hello to everybody you see, and thank you to everybody. Had a loss this week, and it was tough for indeed. But be sure to say hello and say goodbye, and take every moment for granted. Don't take every moment for granted.
I love that. And be kind. I have a shirt that says "Be kind."
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Be kind.
And by the way, Nick, if I were you, I would run to the grocery store and play some lottery tickets, because you called it. You said Pirates by 16. And they won by 16, right?
Isn't the Powerball like almost 800?
I said Seton Hall by 16, right?
Yeah.
Someone from Jersey City bought one ticket and won the $90 million jackpot.
Jersey City has a new mayor.
Yeah.
Mayor Solomon. Not Mayor Levy.
Beat the
almost 800 million for tonight's jackpot. So if there's no winner, be sure to buy a Powerball.
And our next bet's going to be who goes to a Seton Hall game first. Nicky Borgata or Ike Biago?
Ike
Biago.
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 Well, actually, I don't know. He's in North Carolina for school.
I think I might go to more games at Prudential
I
Center
thought
than
you- I
I
thought
think
you were
Nicole
going-
does the whole season. But
yeah.
Well,
thought you were-
right
I went
now,
to one Seton Hall game last season.
right now the ranking is Christina's in first place and going into most games. I don't think it'll catch her, but Sam's going to be in second place and Nicole's lagging. Nicole, you can't let Sam go to more games than you. That's not good.
Hey, my sister hasn't even gone to a game.
Right? No, not that Sam. Your friend Sam.
No, I know.
Our
but
Sam.
I'm
Our
just saying the Gizzy girls have not had a chance to go to any sporting
The
event.
Sam who had Luigi over her house.
The only other basketball game I went to last season was March Madness.
Okay. Wait,
So
where you went to an NCAA game?
Yeah,
March
she was there.
Madness. I was there.
Really? I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, I got to see Cooper Flag play.
Wow.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, because it was here. It was here. That's right.
Yeah, it was so much
It
fun.
was here. Yeah.
I just wish it was us.
Of course.
Oh, that was Eli. You didn't cover that game, right?
I was
No,
there.
no.
He was
Bobby
in the
covered
team.
it. Bill covered it, and my son actually covered it. That was cool. That was.
I think I told you this, but we were supposed to go to the Big East tournament in 2020, and 6 hours before we were supposed to leave, they canceled it.
Ooh.
We were
Yeah.
going to stay in New York and everything.
Yeah.
I was hoping to meet Patrick Ewing.
Who was the guy from Rudy? Who was the guy that got COVID at the Garden? The Utah Jazz player, and that like killed the whole thing.
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert was like the first player to get COVID,
hmm
That was it.
and that was it.
I'll never forget the St. John's mascot sitting in the stands all by himself when they announced it on the screen, like Big East tournament canceled. Like it's just like what?
Well, that's just at the Oklahoma City Thunder, their basketball game, and that announcer saying tonight's game has been postponed, but there was no reason, nothing. I mean, that always stuck in my head forever.
What's wild too is I did the rest of my calc work for the rest of the semester within 2 nights so that I didn't have to worry about it while I was at the tournament. I mean, I still got it out of the way, but still, like, I was looking forward to that so much. We actually still have the pennant from it, like the triangle pennant thing that you can hang on your wall,
Right.
like from the games that never happened.
All right. Well, that was
All
your final
right.
thoughts, I'm guessing. So,
Actually, let me do my final thought real quick.
oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Our main admin, Tom, he gave me an interesting tidbit today. So normally our game threads reach about 500 to 600 people on the day of the game.
Mhm.
And game threads ultimately reach about 1,000 to 1,200 people after the game ends. This usually means that members who don't come to the board are seeing it on their feeds and they're actually paying attention. So when Facebook asks, are you interested in this post, we're actually getting positive answers and people are actually paying attention to the stuff that we're posting, like news-wise and content, stuff like that.
Wow.
So our content posting has brought an increase. And this is the crazy part. Active members has grown to 4,623 people. Last year it was half of that.
Nicole, do I lead the league in content?
Probably.
Yeah.
Mm,
So,
I think
but Tom's mad at me. So yeah.
Well,
is
I
what
think
it
somebody
is.
else has the lead. I just don't want to name a name right now. But
It
I
used
think,
to be half of total
I
membership.
think it's somebody else, but okay.
Who has the lead? I don't have the lead.
We're not saying it.
No, he doesn't have.
He's
the
opened another can of worms.
I mean,
No.
every time I go onto the Facebook page, that's the first thing
Well,
I see.
that's
So.
you know what, but whatever. We're one big community. If those
We're
guys,
a
That
river
means you
community,
gotta
so-
keep posting more, Elijah.
What?
That just means you got to keep posting more.
Yes.
okay, what? But Tom, but our show is getting 4,000 views. Did Tom know that?
Yeah, he knows.
Okay.
But I think that in total, we're seeing an uptick in group participation in general from our current member pool. Whereas last season and seasons prior, we weren't getting that much activeness.
Right, because they're watching our show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's helping
Thank
with the game threads too. Like
And,
I haven't even.
and Patrick appreciates it.
Mhm. And you know what, too? I have also noticed I have not been using the at everyone feature recently, mostly because I keep forgetting about it. But I don't even need to do that now because people are still finding the game threads without needing to be notified. Or even our shows. They're finding it. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Because usually the everyone you get once every 24 hours cycle to use it, and it pretty much puts a notification in everyone's Facebook alerts that you have been mentioned in a post. And usually it's either the game threads, which I did for last season, or which I started doing for the Hall Hoop shows, and for this.
All right. Well, I got to go to bed because I got to go up and wake up early for school tomorrow. So have a great night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Great job.
we will see
Eli,
you-
you going to be at the game tomorrow night?
Yes, I'll be there tomorrow.
Bobby, you're going to be there, right? Nicole, any
No.
chance? No
chance on
Okay.
Nicole.
All right.
I could have betted money on that one.
No, tomorrow's Thursday Night Football. Dallas Lions.
All right.
Give me a break. Go see all Pirates and have a great night,
Good
everybody.
night. Love.